Are we live? It's telling me we're live, but I just don't believe it. Hello, everyone. Good morning, so on and so forth. Welcome to the program. I will get my hair cut one of these days. I assure you, it is of course Sunday. I am me, and I will make coffee today in my underwear. Let's get a look, shall we? These are some hip. This is more from that Armani collection. They're incredibly soft. You ever wear silk near your area, you know you're in for a good time. Not that they're silk. Maybe it's a poly blend, now that I'm feeling it. And what's nice is they are the boxer brief, but they are brief. They're not down here. This is about as low as I want to go. Any longer I start to sweat. Not that I won't sweat today, I'm sure I will. And then I like to bunch a little. So ideally, it's just here, it's about level with the whole cut. They just have to do one right across. And then that would be nice. And they're fun and they're hip and I'm enjoying myself. And good day to you all. Let us look at the people who have been talking already. Oh, wait. First, a couple items of business. This morning, the podcast interview thing on YouTube, even though it was a video, you can watch the podcast. It was me and David and the Beretta brothers, Bill and Gene, and they are delightful. And Bill is a puppeteer. So I had a lot that I wanted to talk about with them, and you can go listen to that or watch it or whatever you want, probably when you're done. I posted about it in my tab, number one. Number two, for my Key to the City members, today is the last day to get your questions in for the Ask RJ for September. Just hit the community tab and scroll down, and you'll see the Ask RJ thing and write whatever you want, because I will be recording it tomorrow. And lastly, you may have heard some scuttlebutt that it may behoove you to watch WWE Clash of the Champions watch along on YouTube tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm not saying you should. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying the name Ethel Merman might be mentioned on the program. Spot Center is here and is first. Well, congratulations. Fortinbras says, good morning, everyone. Bill Alexander, Everlogical Bill. And this is in honor of my Beretta. This is in honor of the Beretta brothers. Bill said, good morning, RJ and everyone. Since that amazing interview, I thought it was apropos, good word, to start with a theme to the Muppet Show. Let's fucking do it. It's the Muppet Show with our special guest, David Arquette. It's time to hit the music. It's time to light the lights. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight. It's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. It's time to raise the curtain on the Muppet Show tonight. Why do we always come here? I guess we'll never know. It's like a kind of torture to have to watch the show. Get this started. Why don't we get this started? I guess we'll get this started on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, Muppetational. This is what we call the Muppet Show. And then Gonzo, and he does something with the trumpet, and something happens. And then they'll go to Statler Waldorf, and they say, "How do you think about the show?" And he says, "Oh, strictly off the record. I'd like to be off the record." And then we all have a good laugh. Leo said, "Salutations, all." Leo said, "One person has already hit the dislike button," and that was before I sang that song. Not me, obviously. Yes, Leo, I believe you. Fortinbras says, "How's everyone's weekend so far?" So far, so good. Today will be a pastiche, a melange of various things. Michael Liddy says, "Greetings." Aaron has the coffee emoji, which is delightful. I missed everyone's chat. I'm getting through it. Ty said, "Good morning, Sunday morning, friends." Hello there, RJ. Ty said hi to Fortinbras. Everyone's saying hello to everyone else. Jack said, "Good morning, RJ." Fortinbras said, "Low-hanging fruit." Well, it's not if you pull these up. Sean said, "Oi, happy manic morning to everybody. Someone restrict my tweeting privileges. I've been at it all night. Take a break, man. Switch to dark mode." Bill said, "Hey, RJ, just get the dead ends trimmed." That's what I need to do. We're all doing the long hair things. It's a whole, I'll get it done soon. Thanks for saying I have dead ends. Neil said, hello, RJ's grandmother, if you're here. I believe my grandmother is watching. I have heard a hide nor tail, but she said yesterday to send her the link because she hasn't watched in a while. So I'm sure she'll have plenty to complain about. David said, good morning, Mr. City. Eric says, hi, RJ. Jessamine Duke says, well, hi. And well, hi to you. And if you would like to go over on her channel, Jessamine's channel, 8-Bit Amazon, you will see Jessamine and I played the boss rush on Streets of Rage. And it was a hoot, and she edited it so you can see both our faces in real time. Like this, but then with also another face. Eric demands more Armani. Bill said, morning, Sean and Patrick. Ty said, more Armani. It's never ending. How many did you get gifted? I got a truckload. Lyle said, I read Jessamine's hello in her voice, but doing RJ in her voice. Well done. Bill said, good morning, Jessamine. Sean said, Jessamine Duke, that video had no effect on me, but you and RJ saying it all the time had me repeat. Everyone saying, well, ha. Aaron uses the Vance McMahon emoji. Eric wants to know whom's butt is scuttled. Well, not yours if you wipe. Ben says, my wife and I are here for RJ singing show tunes and telling anecdotes. Anecdotally, I will sing the show tunes. Sean said, always excited for Arquette City content. And another one on Thursday, I believe, will drop. So do stay tuned. Ben said, this is how we spend Sunday morning in our RJ municipality. Thanks. Are you familiar with the town crier? Where are we? There we go. Neil said, this is the lowest note I've heard him hit. What, my sadness? Tom said, good morning to the most wildly successful indie wrestler in history and Grandma RJ. Good job saving those orphans from that fire. Well, it was burning, but they had to come out. Leo said, what would you do if you went home with a woman and you went to her bedroom and she had Nickelback sheets? Okay. I mean, I wouldn't. Like, the first part of the sentence, I'm already out. Why would I be going to someone else's house? That's weird. Then you got to wake up and say, where's your coffee? I hope you know what a good breakfast consists of, or else I'm going to be out of luck. I'm going to have to walk to McDonald's or something. I'm going to be very upset. Steve said, hello, Governor. Tax paid, and I'm 41 years old today. It's bittersweet. It is not bittersweet, Steve, because I've always said 41 is the new 28. So it's nothing but full sweetness and the happiest of birthdays to you. Missy said, little late, Bill, but I'm here. Nail said, I owe Bill this money. Do as he says. Oh, shit. Patrick said, this show isn't half bad. Oh, this is Statler and Waller. This show isn't half bad. It's all bad. Yes, I remember that. Yes. Optimus said, good morning, RJ. Good morning. Oh, Raquel said, good morning, RJ. I would love for you to sing Cabaret. Would make my mood better. I think it would. The Living Legacy, Timothy Zabisco said, girl, go to bed. It's too early. Oh, Tim. Neil said, happy birthday, Steve. Everyone's saying happy birthday. Everyone else. Michael Liddy said, good morning. Missy said, hi, Sean. SM said, good morning, all. RJ, just wanted to inform you that I've exposed two of my friends. Sorry. I forgot that there's more in the sentence. I just thought you exposed them. Neither of whom watch wrestling, to enough of your content that they now recognize even your headless body and gifts. And that's fantastic. And I will reiterate, you don't need to watch wrestling to enjoy me. Actually, if you don't like wrestling, you'll probably enjoy me more. Bill said, okay, Nails, let's dedicate this song to Nails and RJ's grandmother. Let's continue the Muppet fun. How about the Rainbow Connection or one of your choice? Okay. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I think they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every word would be heard and answered when wished on the morning sun? Somebody thought of that and someone believed it. Oh, maybe too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell. We know that it's probably magic. It's a key change. Have you been half asleep? Have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. I went back down to the original key. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailor? I think they're one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La da da dee da da do, da do da da do da do do. Dear Lord, I'm all hot and I'm sweating already. Dear Lord. Okay, thanks for that. Oh, now I'm all emotional and weird. Let's press this, shall we? Can we get lower? I believe we can. I should have sung it while I pressed and I had a nice slow press. There we go. It's nice and smooth. I'm sure my grandmother enjoyed that if she is indeed watching. There we go. That's nice. Eric is using a bunch of Hulk Hogan emojis for some reason. Everyone's saying good morning to everyone else. Val said, I don't know cabaret. That's true, but I've been. Bill says, happy birthday. Oh, I've missed more in the chat. Dear Lord, let me get back. There we go. I'll do this. Brodilla said, morning, RJ Citizen said, especially Grandma City. Val said, but if you pay him $5, he'll make something up. That's fair. Leo said, was Shawn Michaels the cutest and sexiest wrestler of his time? I personally found the mole under his eye very distracting. This is a real deep analysis of Shawn's physical features. I was a gigolo Jimmy Del Rey guy. He was adorable to me. Neil said, Val, you mean a classic from his personal album, of course. Everyone likes the choice that Bill made for Rainbow Connection. Jason said, it's 11:40 p.m. in Sydney. I'm watching you from the future. Let me know how it ends. Does it end soon? Because, it's going on. Bill said, thank you, RJ. Those songs brought a tear to my eye. That's adorable. Aaron uses a rainbow emoji, which is also apropos. Sean said, I'd say Kevin Nash was probably the most handsome of his era. You know what? I would agree. And Sean also said Foley. I would agree, too. Handsome fellas. Glenn said, which is worse, having a so-so song titled with your name or no song with your name? My wife, Beth, wants to know. Having a so-so song. Oh, I see. So the name Beth. Let's say if there's a song like Beth. Hey, Beth. No, because it's a no, because, as I said on that Fight Network documentary, once you release your art into the world, it's no longer yours. And what's worse, even if it's a good song, it's better to have no song with your name in it. Period. Because people will not shut the fuck up about it every time they meet you. Oh, Michelle. Oh, yes, Michelle My Belle, that Beatles song. It's like, yeah, I know. Dominique. I had a friend in high school named Dominique. Remember that song by the Singing Nun? Dominique. Man, it's annoying to hear it from a bunch of different people who barely even know what the song is. So it's better to have no song that bears your name. Missy said, bravo to the Rainbow Connection. Thank you so much. Nell said, now he's all emotional and weird? Okay, fair. I'm more emotional and weird. Sean said, if Granny City is indeed here, thanks for the grandson. The kid's pretty all right. That's true. My brother is wonderful. Nail said, yes, Optimus. I think it could be classified as a fetish at this point, but I'm not ashamed as Val. But, well, you go to the cabaret if you want to indulge in your fetish. Jason said, your rendition of Rainbow Connection is probably the best I've heard you sing. Definitely your key. It's so funny because there's a variety of different keys for that song. Obviously, Kermit sang it, but I also believe I remember in my head a Willie Nelson version. Does anyone know who wrote it? The wonderful Paul Williams, who you can also see in one of my favorite creepy movies, The Phantom of the Paradise, which reminds me, tomorrow night for my members, I've been kind enough to release, since you've so dutifully asked, 31 creepy-ass films that you can all watch in October, should you choose. You don't have to watch all of them. I recommend you don't watch all of them, but if you're in a pinch, they're a fine resource. Christopher Lee said, it's 10:41 in Japan. You don't want to know the future. Great. Eric said, Jimmy Del Rey. I got to learn how to moonsault. Yes, you do. Val said, my mom is a big Kevin Nash fan. I think Kevin Nash is a big My Mom fan. Very interesting. Bill said, so was always curious. You've been doing the show for a while now. Is there anyone from the original chat room that is still among us? That is a great question. I think so. I mean, originally when it started on Facebook, I'll have to go back and see. I want to say Michelle Million was certainly an early adopter, which is very sweet. Eric said the Kiss song. Leo said on NWA, James E. Cornett said Eddie Kingston's breath was really bad. Since you know Kingston, is that true? I say that's a dirty, dirty lie. That's not true at all. Nail said Optimus, I keep meaning to hear, not so. That's not, Eddie smells great. He smells wonderful. Nell said Optimus, I keep meaning to hear. Sky said, morning, everyone. And RJ, I apologize for my tardiness. Hope you're doing well. Brozilla said, since it's Grandma Appreciation Day, what's your favorite moment, memory with your grandmother? I don't necessarily think it's my favorite, but I have it on tape, and I cherish it, even though it's not a good one. It is my grandmother, me, and my brother. And we are outside in the snow. I'm going to assume it's between Christmas and New Year's. And we're having fun, frolicking around in the snow. And I was an annoying child. And I wasn't bullying my brother, but I was annoying. And I would scoop up snow with a shovel. And I would throw it up on his head and say, Happy New Year, as if it was confetti. And I did it multiple times. And I was told to stop doing it by my grandmother multiple times. And maybe the third or fourth time I go to do it. And I've played this in slow motion to see exactly what she does. I'm wearing a winter hat. She has leather gloves on. There's this thick padding everywhere. As I go to raise it, she blocks it with one hand and she hits me on the back of the head with the other. And there's a wonderful dull thud there. And I look at the camera, which I believe my father was filming, and I looked at him as if to say, hey, like I didn't understand the rules, that I didn't know she was allowed to hit me. You know, I thought, only your parents or whatever, that would be fine. So I was very, very upset about that. Major Fomo said, what is your favorite Rip Taylor, Rip Torn, or Rip from No Holds Barred? I love Rip Torn, but I did see an interview with Rip Taylor, and I like him a lot more. He's talking about his son, which I didn't know he had, and working the strip clubs in Miami. It was a hoot. So today, I will say Rip Taylor. Sean said, speaking of fetishes, Charles has been missing. Yeah, Charles has been excommunicated. Sky said, this is why I'm glad my name is Sky Lynn. Neil said, Bill, I think I've been here about a year, maybe more. Dear Lord, what is wrong with you people? Oh, no. David's here. Let me get through these things very quickly. Michelle said, if I had a nickel for every time someone sang Michelle to me, I'd have a bank account that lives up to my last name. I'd pay myself a nickel right now if you sang it to me. Dear, that's I only know the title. Ty said, every time I tell someone my name, they always say, oh, like my Ty? It's having a drink with your name is stupid too. Jason said, Phantom of the Paradise has the best actress doing Marilyn Monroe ever. I'll agree. David Leonard, not David Arquette. If you're looking for a horror movie, you should check out 12-Hour Shift. It releases Friday. Yes, you should. I think David's going to, whatever. He's going to come in with that follow-up plug. Bill said, Paul Williams was always funny on Hollywood Squares. He had another great pair of Charles Nelson Riley glasses. Yes, he did. Michelle said, yes, I'm a fan from way back. Love you, dear friend. Thank you so much. Nail said, RJ, do you know what time we should tune in tonight? I say 7 sharp. David said, annoying child? No. Bill said, oh, so what TV and movies did your grandmother introduce you to? I bet she showed you some. She's responsible for me liking Laurel and Hardy and Abbott and Costello and all that kind of thing. She did text me a request. If you've ever seen my grandmother on the show, she had sung a song last time she was on the show, and it's the Turtle song. And it's on my YouTube if you want to look it up. But she texted that she wants to hear me sing the song. So I don't quite fully, I'm going to botch the words because she was such a master of the Turtle song. But let me see if I know how to sing it. There were 2 turtles by the name of In and Out. It was the strangest thing that ever came about. Because every time that one went in, you could be sure that one went out. When the in went out, the out went in and out. I believe that's the Turtle song. Aaron said, oh, I can't wait. I just started October watch list. Phantom of the Paradise was #1, actually. Aaron, I'm pretty sure there's going to be, we have overlapping lists. David Arquette said, good morning, all. And again, David and I did an interview with the Beretta brothers. You can check it out. I posted it on Twitter and on my YouTube tab. And if you're interested in seeing a fun little indie art house film, it's called You Cannot Kill David Arquette. And if you want to see something darker, starring Mick Foley, who's a better actor than both me and David put together, 12-Hour Shift comes out this week. What's the information? What was the name of the thing? Oh, Friday. Comes out this Friday, which is perfect, Halloween-wise. Pendulous Grammar said, Holy Hannah, hard-hatted Hannah, there's a be-mustachioed friend on RJ's stream. What? Bill said, oh, yeah. Nail said, I was shocked that The Undertaker had a son. Well, we're shocked that the Undertaker's doing a lot of things. Video game commercials, things of that nature. Sean said, we're not hosting an intergalactic leisure down here. Val said, Sean, I maybe stalked his Facebook and, oh, yeah. Yep. David said, wait, you can be excommunicated? You can. So I would suggest you stay in line. Jason said, Paul Williams was strangely Yoda-like, or maybe Yoda with Bruce Vilanch's wig on. David said, I've been excommunicated from all talk shows and Howard Stern. Even though he was nice enough to plug your film again, he didn't want you on the show anymore. Yet he saw the film, liked the film, plugged the film, gave it a great recommendation, still wouldn't have you on the show. I really bet on the wrong horse, huh? Eric said, favorite rip, Zima Ion or X-Pac? Zima, because I got to make fun of him after it. It was fun. Aaron said, my grade 8 teacher would exclusively call me Aaron Brockovich, which is so out of line. Neil said, Sean's eyes rolled back and always in a black hat. What are we talking about? Sean said, David, you didn't have to go to the effort of sending constant sexual innuendo in chats for weeks on end. Leo said, Howard Stern looks like a villain from the shittiest movie. He does, but I think on purpose. Ty enjoyed the turtle song. Mimi says, good morning from Nova Scotia. Spot Center said, better tag partner, David Arquette or Psycho Mike. I'll tell you something. I've won way more matches teaming with David than I did with Psycho Mike. For sure. Even though I didn't want to. Michael said, Rip Torn or Lorne Green. Best name, Rip Torn. You can say, hey, Ripper. That's fun. Can't say, hey, Lorne, man. It's not fun. Sean said, I thought you'd recognize that Rip Torn line. My bad, Men in Black. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Sometimes I go so fast, it doesn't. I did like those movies, but I watched them when I was too young. I need to watch them now that I'm older-ish. Leo said, Halloween isn't real. It's just our government's trying to control us by making us cheap plastic lanterns and bad taste costumes. Wake up, sheep. That's right. And Leo's a member of Weenanon, if you want to join. Nell said, how's David going to get you on a talk show when he's not allowed on himself? That's what I'd like to know. At this point, you know what? I'm friendly on Twitter with the producer from Jesus and Miro, and I think that's my best shot. I'm just going to tweet him and get on and say, please, I have a friend. He wants to come on. I'm going to do the reverse. Panzo's grandma said, Halloween is the only thing that's real. The government just tries to cover up that every day isn't Halloween. When they say All Hallows Eve, it freaks me out. All Saints Day. Sean said, my movie buff friend and I have a theory that you cannot improve upon the summer blockbuster template put forth by the first Men in Black. Were they the first? Was that template their template? Or do you think they got it from somewhere else? That's the question I would throw back. David said, Jesus and Miros loves me. Well, their producer, Josh Gondelman, likes my tweets all the time. So my advice to you was, let's pony up our resources and fucking do this, because time is running out. We're running out of movies to plug. Bill said, so does David have RJ and David Muppets in the works? I can see nothing more hilarious than David controlling an RJ Muppet, which he often does. David has his own marionette. I don't know if he has his own like Muppet, and I don't know what the logistics would be. David said he loves them. Not sure about, oh yeah, maybe Showtime doesn't like you. That's true. Jason said, I've always got Jason jokes about Golden Fleece crap and Friday the 13th nonsense. RJ Sargent said, if you had to guess, what would you say David Arquette loves most about you? My adherence to a decent diet and beauty regimen. He seems to talk about it a lot. Sean said, oh, of course, I meant to say that Men in Black 1 is the apex. Understood, respected, and agreed, Sean. Michelle said, ever consider taking fan submissions for their coffee recipes and making coffees your fans' ways like once a month. That would be interesting, and I would like to do that, and I kind of have done that in the past informally. I don't want to make a hard and fast thing, but also if I have to make hot coffee right now, I would be sweating my ass off. And speaking of, let's get pouring. Let me put some of this in because I like it. This bulletproof business. There we go. The old rip and tear. Very nice. We're gonna. Isn't that the sound of hope? Okay. There we are. Put that down. I got 2 packs of stevia because I'm in a sweet mood today. I'm just a sweet boy. You know, where my grandmother got the turtle song from, I don't know. But they go in, and maybe it came with a cartoon. I'm not quite sure. David said, I love that despite being a heel, he has a heart of a baby face. No, I'm a heel. Look, you really know I'm a heel because I haven't shaved in multiple days. Very upsetting. You do look like a baby face when you shave. You take 20 years off when you shave your face. Eric wants to know, David, what did you do to Showtime? Leo said, I heard rumors online that you and Sonny are dating. Also, I bet Sonny is an anti-masker. No, Sonny Kiss. You're wrong, Sonny. Panda's grandma said, David, please tell RJ to return the heart. Babyface needs it. Marvin said, who is the better one-liners, Paul Lynde or Don Rickles? Well, Don Rickles' one-liners are his own. Paul Lynde, there was a team of writers on Hollywood Squares. I hate to break it to you. I would say Don had the most longevity, too. Mimi said, what was your best memory from Splat-A-Lot? What was my best? Sitting on top of this thing at the beginning that we used in like the first couple episodes, and we had to sit on top of the entrance and start by like you press a thing and then you have to run down and then get to your post. And I got really, really bored up there because there was I don't know if someone couldn't swim and they had to stop and redress the whatever. I was there for like hours, and I had a whole bag of sunflower seeds up there. And like when you're on set and you're waiting, you don't eat because you're hungry. You eat because like you're bored. You know what I mean? And I ate so much of them that basically my lips started bleeding because there was so much salt in them. That's my favorite memory. I was in that costume. Imagine Gildar sitting up there bored, slowly eating sunflower seeds just as an activity for his mouth. Ty said, RJ, just in case you didn't know, coffee isn't strength. No, a balance is strength. Endurance is strength. George Barbosa, who put together the wonderful Fight Network documentary on the Destiny show that was a couple weeks ago. Type in Fight Network and maybe my name, and it should come up. It was delightful. That's where that clip was from yesterday. That's resonating delightfully with everyone about group stupidity. Very important cause I'm fighting against. And I'm sure I will be filming more with George in the near future. He did a fantastic job, but he has a question. Good morning, RJ. What are your thoughts on people putting pumpkin in coffee? This is like, it's a control issue we have where it's like we can't just enjoy a thing as it is. You know, pumpkin pie. It all started with pumpkin pie. And then someone was like, and the pumpkin seeds. I love a good pumpkin seed. You can roast them in the fall. They're very nice. Pumpkin pie, and let's carve pumpkins. What do we do with all the pumpkins? Someone's like, let's grind it up and dry it out and then sprinkle it on shit. And that's not really what pumpkin tastes like. Let's be honest. I was talking, I think, last week about how red lollipops just taste red. You know, it just tastes like what people think other people want pumpkin to taste like. It's not what actually the flavor of pumpkin is at all. Number one, I will say, if it's truly a decent, wonderful cup of coffee, you really don't need anything in it. Maybe some sweetener, but base. You don't have to start flavoring. Once you get into the flavoring, but who wants, like, you like pumpkin? Great. I want it hot and liquid. That's gross. That's disgusting when you write it down on paper. So I really think the fact that we can capture The approximation of that flavor in a coffee cup tells you there's just a problem with society. And we should be like, it's an achievement, but an embarrassing one, where it tells me we should be focusing our efforts elsewhere. Bill said, how young were you when you had your first cup of coffee? Hope it was your grandmother that made the first cup. You know what my grandmother used to do, and many ways turned me on to the many different things you could do with coffee. She used to put coffee and creamer in her cereal. She used to have a very specific mix of like 5 different cereals, and she would put it in her own containers. Very specific. And it had granola in it and rice puffs, and then she would put the coffee in, and it was great because it was a solid base. Not too much. It's not like a whole black pot of coffee in there, but it was enough that it was enjoyable. The rice puffs absorb, and that's why I like dunking my bread in coffee. Leo said, David, I watched the Darwin Awards. You were the best part of the film. That isn't saying much. Sky said, 5 o'clock shadow is the ultimate sign of a dastardly heel. Somebody said, oh, I had the bulletproof in my face. Somebody said to me, an old booker said, you can't be a heel because you don't have hair on your face. And this was like right before the show. I couldn't just grow. I'm not the Wolfman. You know, I'm not Lawrence Talbot. Spot Center said, your Brodzilla interview was tremendous. Thank you. That's also on YouTube. Brodzilla is fantastic. Do go subscribe to his channel. Shane said, Jackie Mason was better. I agree. There were 2 turtles, but they didn't out. Eric said, RJ, you were on something called Backlot? Yes, that was the name of the show. Pantila's grandma said, is everyone in the cult all about Halloween right now? We're starting to sell Christmas candy over here in Finland. Dear Lord. What is the Christmas candy like in Finland? I didn't know you could sell like Christmas candy. I just thought they just changed the wrappers on the same shit. Nail said, a child almost drowned and you snacked? Well, I couldn't get down there in my outfit. Glenn said, so you were eating seeds as a pastime activity. I agree. Sean said, would you be willing to attempt the Boston accent? That's not it. No, seriously. The car. You have to go. I need a sentence. I don't know what the sentence. If you can give me a good Boston sentence. I heard a bad Boston accent when seeing Golden Girls this morning, the episode where Rose's husband's war buddy comes back. I need a good sentence. I don't know the correct words to use to show off the accent. Please help me. Shane said, eating scenes as a pastime activity? Yes. Nail said, yes, RJ is great in that mini documentary, and he also has a lovely tan and looks handsome. In a normal world, I would have put makeup on. Optimus said, RJ, would you call yourself the George Costanza of making coffee? No, I wouldn't. Spot Center said, did you ever watch the sitcom Angie, starring Donna Pescow? Donna also starred in the back seat in Saturday Night Fever. No, I didn't. But I tweeted a couple days ago about Mr. Turner from Boy Meets World, and everyone was like, yeah, we like that guy. What happened to him on the show? He left to do a show called Ask Harriet, whereas I think he's a newspaper reporter who's trying to solve crimes, so he dresses up as a woman named Harriet to solve the crime. So it's a mix. It's like a PI version of Tootsie, but it's horrible. Marvin said, favorite late night talk show host of all time? Probably Chips Are Down, Letterman, presuming we're not considering Dick Cavett to be a late night host. I think he's perhaps a broader category than that. In terms of interviewer, I would say Dick. In terms of overall host, I would say Dave. I hope that's clear for you. Jason said, craft service sunflower seeds? Bingo. Neil said, I'm not into pumpkin. It's all about the apple cider. Oh, Lord, I've missed so many people's shit. I'm getting through it. Sky said, apple is much better than pumpkin. I agree. Val said, I'm an apple gal as well. Pumpkins can get fucked. Jason said, yeah, like grape candies just taste like purple. Yes. Val said, yeah, I saw Christmas stuff yesterday. Spot Center said, my grandmother used to watch WWF with me at midnight on WRTV. Superstar Billy Graham was champ at the time, but we were huge SD Special Delivery Jones fans. It would be great if he showed up like in a UPS outfit with a package. I wish they took that literally. He had that with the headband and the fun, nice Hawaiian dress shirts for some reason. Bill said, Lawrence Talbot, sweet reference. So who is your favorite Hollywood monster? I love the Wolfman because he's so sad when he's not the Wolfman. You know, very human, very tragic. Also loved Phantom of the Opera, and the creature from the Black Lagoon, I think, is just amazing. That's like a creature that holds up today. Like, I would not want to change the way that looked at all. If I was to, and I'm happy to announce I'm rebooting the creature from the Black Lagoon. Glenn said, park the car in the car park. 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 Does that work? Neil said he went a little Christopher Walken there, and I like that. Major FOMO said more in the Boston accent, like park the car in the yard. Park the car in the yard or the car park. It's not bad. Sean said, do the old standby. Park your car near the Harvard yard. Park your car near Harvard yard, or park the car in the yard, or park the car in the car park. Park the car in the Harvard yard car park. Car far. Or grab a beer near Fenway Park. I want a vodka stinger. I can do like a Kennedy. Michelle said, after this, everyone in this room needs to go watch RJ's YouTube video of him and James Elmer. There's RJ dancing, dating shenanigans, and his review of The Help, the film The Help, that put Siskel and Ebert to shame. And I shame Ebert constantly. Marvin said, when's the last time, if ever, you referenced a show / movie / song made in this millennium? I'm trying to see what constitutes this millennium. Everything that's coming into my head is like 1975. Well, The Help and Inception. I have a rant about the movie Inception, how they left the ending open and it's disgraceful. Like Pickle Lane. Oh, Patrick has a Boston sentence. I have some wicked awesome car keys, so park the car in the Harvard car park yard. Park car keys. Beer. Jason said, try park the car in the Harvard yard. Yeah, we got it. Ty said, I feel like you have to chew your coffee every time you take a sip. Maybe bulletproof and cold brew isn't the way to go. Yeah, but I like it like this. It's good. It gives it full body, and then I got a nice all-liquid cup right after. I have the best of both worlds. Leo said, would you rather watch Greg Valentine eat food in a messy way for an hour, which I have, or have to comfort Virgil while he cries? Even if Virgil is happy, I'd much rather watch Greg. Bill said, hands down, David Letterman, but Dick Cavett could be funny and serious any time of day. Dick Cavett's like hands down the best interviewer. In terms of like guests, getting segments with guests, but also like because Dick didn't really do sketches and his monologue was very small. He wasn't, in that sense, it was really about the interview. Is Glenn's System of a Down reference about eating seeds as a pastime activity really going everyone's head? Yes, it's going over mine. System of a Down. Please. Shane said, this is the toxicity of RJ-cidity. Pendulous Grandma said, same, I do like Christmas candy, but it's basically still Easter. Marvin said, I just got a notification that my screen time on my phone for the past week was 10.5 hours a day. Form whatever opinion you like. Yeah, but like, is that every time it's open? Because then I could see. I'm not going to shame you. Mine is horrible. For some reason, my weekly notification of my screen time always pops up right before I do the show. And it's a reminder. It's like, this, you're making bad choices. Sean said, you're so New York to your core. Eric said, best late night house, easy, Arsenio. Fair enough. Also, Vicki Lawrence had that great daytime show. Marvin said, I stumped RJ. Solid 3 seconds of silence. Jason said, park the car in the yard. I believe we did this. Eric said, Craig Ferguson was great. Yes, he was. He was a fantastic improviser. I don't think they just asked who I thought the best was. I don't think he's bad at all. But he certainly didn't do it long enough to reach that step. But probably for good reason, because he didn't feel like it. And good for him. Panda's Grandma said, I feel like there should be a bulletproof coffee bar, like a protein bar, but it's just solid coffee and butter. I think there is, or I think there's like little seeds or something. Michelle said, Boston sentence. Hey, Arquette, get the car. Arquette. Hey, Arquette, go to Harvard Park Yard Park car and park the keys in the car and have a beer, David Arquette car. Ivan. Leo said, if that Boston accent gets any better, you'll end up putting the WCW title on David Arquette. I'm working on it. Sean said, oh yeah, I shared the Will Orlando Bloom if Bill Withers pun with my friends, and it inspired us to come up with more. The best I've come up with is if Suzanne Summers will Nana visit her. Weird left turn on Nana visitor, but much appreciated. I enjoy that. Aaron said, dunking on people who like a little pumpkin while chomping chunky butter coffee. Yeah, but it's not flavored. Neil said, wait, Vince Russo is from Boston? I thought he was from Long Island. I thought he was from Brooklyn. Marvin said, it's 1978. Local news just ended. The RJ City show is debuting. Who are your guests? Musical guests included. My musical guest is Billy Preston. If I have two, it's Billy Preston and Leon Russell. My guests, Madeline Kahn, Kay Ballard, and Pat Morita. Done and done. Bill said, if anyone doesn't know Dick Cavett, he did some great commercials with Mel Brooks on beer. They are hilarious. Dick can be funny in his own right. He can, and he was an excellent writer too. I think he enjoyed, I don't think he was crazy about performing necessarily. It was more as getting to the heart of the matter. Eric said Russo is a New Yorker. That's confirmed. Michelle said, take two. Hey, Arquette, get the fuck out of here with that wicked, crazy marionette puppet. Am I still doing those voices? Michael Liddy said Larry Sanders is his favorite interviewer. I agree. Shane said, RJ, is Sid Caesar's foreign language shtick convincing? But back when there was a much lower immigrant population, absolutely. It's like you'd never hear those languages on the street. So you would assume that this gibberish is convincing. Now, not so much. Spot Center with a lovely tribute saying, happy birthday, Fuzz. I know it's not your birthday. This is a way cheaper than an Elmo cameo. And now my rendition of Sesame Street. Okay. Bump dum 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 dun 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 bum dun 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 dun. Sunny days sweeping the clouds away. On my way to where the air is sweet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? How to get to Sesame Street? Dun, 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 dun. Come and play. Everything's A-okay. Friendly neighbors there. That's where we'll meet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Dun, 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 dun. You didn't think, how many people know the second verse? Exactly. That's what I thought. Shane said his interview with Richard Pryor is great. Oh, yes, Dick Cavett. Nail said, what are you doing with your hand behind your back? Is your back hurting? No, sometimes I'm sweaty and I get itchy when I get hot. That's all I'm doing, I assure you. Val said, I just really loved Arsenio Hall for the fist pump. I still do it in celebration to this day. We all should. Not here. Leo said, do you prefer Pat Patterson or Pat Benatar? Pat Benatar all the way. I'm not going to say what she refers to her fans as. Endor said, hey, RJ, do you remember me? It's Mr. Gibbs. You're my favorite indie wrestler. Thank you, Mr. Gibbs. Mr. Gibbs is a wonderful fan from Buffalo. And I hope to get there sometime in the next century so I can wrestle for you again. Godspeed, Mr. Gibbs. Sean said, RJ becomes not RJ. Dick Cavett was murdered by Freddy in one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I asked him about that. It's so weird how he would do like an incredible interview and then just did like Nightmare on Elm Street and Beetlejuice. Just like, talk about having your cake. Leo said Madeline Kahn. Alicia Toot. Yes, lest we forget when Alicia didn't know who Madeline Kahn was. Pat Morita. Oh, we have some Pat Morita love. From Happy Days? Yes, he was a wonderful comedian. Marvin said, if you could cast your buddies Mario Cantone and David Arquette in a movie together, what would it be? They go head-to-head in a tennis tournament. That's what it is. It's like that Billie Jean King movie, only it's the two of them. SM said, Nails, he's tugging at the tag on his underwear. That's so true. And I don't want to rip it because I don't want to ruin it. This is so true. I've been doing that multiple times. Look at this. Remember, I have a tail here. So are there any furry fetishes out there? Anyway, let's... Ugh. All right, well, I'm going to do it. There we go. Done and done. Clean rip. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. Art. And if you love art, go click on art. He has a lot of art. RJ said, Art said RJ is a songbird of our generation, which is so funny because Anne Murray lives very close to me. I haven't seen her, but maybe we'll go for a walk. Ty said, once the border opens up, we should go to Sesame Place. I feel like maybe we should wait a little bit to go to a theme park filled with gross children coughing all over the handles of things and water slides. But certainly on my list. Jason said, do the theme to PBS's Zoomed kids show. Oh, you mean Zoom? Marvin, how prescient was Zoom? And now they had that show. Everyone made fun of it, and now we're all on it. Marvin said, I'd just like to say I appreciate getting to talk to a pro wrestler that's able to speak as if they actually read books and know words. I have news for you. There aren't a lot of them like me. Savor this moment because it probably won't come again. Bill said, if you were interview David, who would you use to impersonate him with? What? RJ is so underrated with these impressions, New Boston accent included. If you were to interview David, who would you use to what? What are you talking about? I don't understand, Bill. Who would I use? Well, I would get the wonderful Rich Little, who also draws wonderful portraits of himself. He does a great job. Eric said, who was he in Beetlejuice? Dick Cavett was at the dinner table when they did the Deo scene. He's like the first person that the napkin starts going on. Nail said, Pat Buck is my favorite Pat, but not my favorite Buck. It's good as long as you have it categorized. Michelle said, damn it, I apologize because I keep hitting that damn send button too early and not finishing my sentences. Michelle said, I don't even remember what the hell I was going to ask. Time to get a second cup now. That's a good idea. Eric said, I like it. The tails is like a raccoon. Spot Center said, do you have a Sandman story? He's my channel's profile picture. You know, when he pours beers in and on a patron. I don't have a story. I've worked with him twice. And I've had to, I'm doing stuff in the ring. And then the lights go out. And then his music starts. And you have to wait for his entrance. And you get tired waiting. So you lose all your energy and all your adrenaline. And you're like, because it's not as cool for you. You want to be a fan, right? But you can't. So you're like, and then that cane is the most painful thing in the world. It really, because when you get hit with the bamboo, it expands and contracts. So when you lift, it pinches your skin, and it really, really hurts. So it's not fun to be tired and then immediately in pain. Marvin said, Matt Cardona is definitely at Disney World as we speak. Always ready to go to Disney. Always ready to play with my dog. Ty said, we should go to Sesame Place. Yes, I agree. Art said, thanks for the plug, RJ. So is Megazord of Idiocy going on a shirt anytime soon? No, because I'd probably get sued by the Power Ranger people, the Saban company. Optimus said, hearing all those Boston accents make me yearn for an RJ City Chicago accent. Cousin Larry, you're being ridiculous. Bill said, if you were to impersonate an interviewer oh, I see. I see what you're saying. If I was an interviewer, I would like to be either James Lipton or Jiminy Glick. Thank you for clarifying. Leo said, would you rather date a massive furry or a woman who is attractive but weirdly reminded you of Tom Green? I find Tom Green attractive. I would rather date Tom Green. I'll say Chicago accent is the worst. Michael said, I really want to know what Pat Benatar calls her fans. Just look in the chat. I'm not going to say it. Eric has a nameless tribute, but is an artist, is a fox that's an artist. And R.W. Parnell's has another tribute with just a pair that says cool. I don't know if either of you have any requests, but thanks. Oh, Eric said breach over troubled water. You son of a bitch. Okay. When you're weary, feeling small. I'm going to make the second French press. When tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. When times get rough, friends just can't be found. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. See, this is the water and it's troubled. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. When darkness comes, pain is all over. I need more water. Hold on. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. See, the water is troubled. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Dun, 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 dun. Dear Lord. Oh, Panzo's grandma said it's not a fox, it's a Shiba Inu. Fine. Sabrina's here. I'm hiding in the bathroom at work just so I can stop by and say hi. Well, hi, number one, and number two, get back to work. Neil said, I went to WrestleMania, and when the Hardys came out for the Battle Royale, maybe? It was a Battle Royale. When the Hardys came out for the Battle Royal, we went crazy. Then they must have went to commercial and played videos and listened to their music 4 times, and I got bored. Fair. Sean said, Lipton is a great shout. Art said, any Howard Cosell impressions, RJ. I have an RJ City is one of the greatest, most lugubrious entertainers of our day. Marvin said, who would you rather do a 12-hour drive with, Danhausen or Tom Green? Well, considering Tom might pay for everything, I'd take Tom. Leo said, would you do that thing the Sandman did where he would pour beer over his a plant's boobs? I have news for you. That wasn't a plant. Maybe you could use cold brew instead. I would not waste that. RW said, no request, just support for this. And thank you. And thank you all for your support as RW leads the way in his support, not only tangibly, but emotionally and in spirit. I'm very touched. Spot Center said, your Chicago accent sounded like Barbarino or the Sweat Heart. Because, yeah, you know, because we're going to school and the guys are opening their little books. SM said, bridge over troubled water gets me every time. Spot Center said, pants off, everybody. Preston times are coming. Sean said, Lipton's typical closing question posed to you. When you die and ascend to your version of heaven, what do you hope God says to you when he greets you at the pearly gates? Mr. City, your Cobb salad is waiting. Spot Center said, his mama taught him that circular pour because you want to get all the grounds wet. We got a bunch of Hulk Hogan emojis for some reason. Leo said, would you rather date Alicia Toot or Chris Van Vliet? Chris Van Vliet. I was involved in one of his first forays into wrestling. I spit, I believe, Pellegrino into his face. And since then, it's been tense. Nail said, Sean, this is how you spend your Sunday mornings? I'm sorry, is there another way? Tim Russert's gone. What else are you going to do? Bill said, that was a very convoluted question. When you wear your Charles Nelson Riley glasses, do you ever forget to take them off and just wear them around the house when not doing a show? I'm getting better at it. I've done it a bunch of times where I stand up and I'll take 2 steps and go, no, I have these on again. So I'm like, that, because they start moving around when I walk. I'm like, the hell is this? Major FOMO said, for God's sake, people, hit the like button. The man is working his ass off here. I'm one of the last of the true entertainers. Aaron said, I like that you gave Where did you go? Oh, I like that you gave Water a solo in the middle. Well, the Water deserved it. Clint said, hey, Nails, I finally got to upload some videos of my channel. Glenn said, my favorite rendition of Bridge Over Troubled Water is the Sweeney Sisters. Glenn, that is one of my favorite sketches ever. I can't find the video. I can only find the audio. On YouTube is a full audio of that sketch. I just have it in my head. RJ said, are you a cheat day or a cheat meal guy, and what's the go-to? So I schedule it. I kind of save every day. I'll save some macros and calories and get to spend them on Sunday. What's my go-to? I don't know. Maybe a nice sandwich this afternoon and some ice cream. Usually pizza and ice cream. I like to keep it simple. Anything else like really upsets my stomach. That upsets my stomach, but in a way that I can manage and enjoy. Panzo's grandma said, that face. It's like you're very unsure if there's a bridge. See? And that's the risk of committing to someone. Art said that was a perfect Cosell. Thank you. Michelle said, speaking of Halloween, has your mom worn out the voice box on your werewolf doll? I can send her another one. You know what? I'm just going to open it, and I'm going to lick the batteries and stick it back in. It should last for another 8 years. W said, can you do a Minnesota accent? Hey there. Oh there. Whoa, look out. Do you guys want a beverage? Do you guys want an Arnold Palmer? Hot beverage coming through. Let's go. We can go up to the lake house, and I think it would be great, guys. Is that what Minnesota is? I have no idea. No, come up. It'll be fun. The weather will be great. Sure, it's breezy, but just bring a jacket or something. No, we usually go up around 6:30. You want to beat the morning rush. I think that's it. Can someone confirm? Sean said, oh, that was a payoff. Leo said, would you rather share a car with Danny Doring? I have. Or have Tommy Dreamer get sick on you? Oh, God, no. I loved sharing a car with Danny Doring. I went to Whole Foods. We had a hoot. We had actually a bulletproof coffee. Sean said, me and neither nor Lipkin. The survey he gives at the end of the shows, I can't remember. Oh, yes. That is not James Lipton's survey. Sean said, definitely watch the Robin Williams Actors Studio if you've never seen it. Oh, yes. Oh, look at me acting. Everyone acting all over the place. Leo said, what about Hamburgers? Is that what was it? The second Pink Panther with Steve Martin? The burger, hamburger. That was like the whole movie. RW said, Minnesota accent is close to Canadian accent. Oh, I don't know what the hell I'm doing then. Marvin said, I feel like you could do an immaculate John Travolta accent. I don't know, rocking and rolling. RW said it was perfect. Thank you. Glenn said, the accents in the movie Fargo are pretty accurate Minnesotan. I got to go watch it again. Val said, I'm from South Dakota and know many Minnesotans, and that's pretty close. Okay. Pangela's grandma said, Letterkenny. Oh, so it's just like backwoods Canadian. Spot Center said, my bank account statement comes, and the only thing that makes me smile is the $5 YouTube purchase that I first forget what it is. Could be a Buffy rental, fair, and also worth your money. But then I remember the fun times with RJ. Let's all look back on our bank statements and reminisce. Patrick said, my family is from Minnesota. It's very accurate. It's a mix of Canadian and Wisconsin. Or maybe that's what I was thinking of. Maybe mine was a little too much Wisconsin. And we were going to stay in the deck, but not now. If it's getting colder, it's not going to take. That's not quite. Whatever. Eric said, Hornswoggle on Billy Gunn's lap in both drawers. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Bill said, LOL, we need to start doing accents from every part of North America now. Any Yukon impressions? No, I'm not familiar with that at all. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I wouldn't even know how to fake it. And I got to brush up. Neil just wants some more John Travolta. SM said, oh, my God, the John Travolta accent. Why is that all I remember from Greece? Rocking and rolling, and then we were splashing around in the water, and then she almost drowned, but then I saved her, and then she came to school, and I was like, I don't know who you are. I'm hanging out with this other chick, this cha-cha girl. She's about 45, but man, she can dance. She waves it around all over the dance floor. And then I was like, well, I made a mistake. I actually want the girl who almost drowned because she put on some leather outfits for me and started smoking cigarettes. And I like a girl who smokes cigarettes. And then we drove away in a car, and the car started flying, I think, which indicates that we're going to have a sex. Oh, Jason, so sweet of you. A lovely citrus tribute as time is running out, saying, buy yourself a razor or get a trim at Best Cuts. I'm frugal. I will get more than that. That's an incredible tribute. I'll do my best. I hadn't had the need. Look at this. Oh my God, this is terrible. I'll get it fixed. I assure you. Anyway, as we wrap up, I just want to say, go watch me and David's interview with the Beretta brothers. Number 1, number 2, Key to the City members. Go write any final questions you have if you haven't already. And number 3, tonight at 7 o'clock on the WWE YouTube page, there may be a man with a jawline you recognize who does a damn fine John Travolta impression. Until then, thank you, everyone. You've been such a blessing everywhere. Let's get one final look. And now there's no tag, so look at how much smoother I'm moving. Thank you for joining me with the coffee. Godspeed and God bless.